owners, they can go ahead and try it. Take out the box. No 4 corners. Okay. This is the power cable. EVAP solenoid. I need to bring it this way. There is one cable that still goes the length, the width of the tray, the power cable. I need to try it out. Okay. So now get the cables out of the way as much as you can. The tray would have to kind of, you know, because there's these cables that go this way, so you would have to kind of take it out, you know, from this side. So let's see how it looks. Very easy when they're doing it, but I think I have it all. Yeah, it's all. I don't see no other screw or anything. It does look very tight. It does look very tight. There's one more bolt in this corner that I need to take out. Yep. That would explain it why. Need 10mm. Should be the last one. This guy. So 3 of 4 bolts like this. One goes over here, one goes over here, one goes over here. So I think I know the places. Now, yep, let's seems like it's free. Careful with the relays in this corner. Like I said, just okay. So you see, I haven't taken this and tried it. That's obviously blocking it. Okay. Nice. Okay. It'd be nice if I can have this all the way up, but I need something. That will make it much easier. So, and of course, we're talking. Yeah, have your hood all the way up will make it much easier. Because you have the more room to kind of play with. And there it is. So now this still has to get caught around here to be the placeholder for the airbox still. But let me go ahead and put on the other tray. So this, I'm hoping, was the hardest part. The rest should be straightforward. Yeah, a lot of dirt and stuff. Hey, let me open the box. By the way, I just opened the box, so it does come with instructions and everything. But I had watched tons of online videos and instructions I've read online, so I didn't need it. I had an idea. Okay, so there you have it. So the way it's going to go in is like this. All the holes and everything should pretty much align. And like I said before, there's attachment. Okay, one word of advice. Make sure you have some sort of tool to cut this. It took me forever and it is so hard. And at the end of the day, it's not even as clean as I would wanted it. It's all right. They do supply you with the plastic covers, so you can still go ahead and cover them. But make sure you have a tool for this to cut this protruded bolt. So this is what I was talking about. You see these nuts, bolts, they're protruding from the firewall. You see 1, 2, 3. It's good to have a good tool. I just cut this one with this handheld hacksaw. It's a little hard, and because it's too tight, it'd be nice to have a Dremel or some sort of air tool. Just make a quick job of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut these two also. Oh well, it takes me about 4 or 5 minutes. This is the piece that I cut. So you want to cut it flush with the nut. And the reason for that is because we're going to be putting 2 batteries in here, right? So we don't want the batteries to be sticking into the batteries. Okay, so I did put in the tray. Just notice we took out this 10mm bolt. We're not going to be reusing this. Instead, we're going to be using this one. So I kind of just put it in all the 3 firewall washers and nuts. Also, this one, there's the longest bolt that we took out is supposed to go down here, and this is pretty much it. Just you know, if you need to kind of push it a little bit with your hand, that's normal, because you need to align that and kind of start it with your hand. The same way for this one. Once everything is in, then you can go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, so the evap solenoid power, these 2 are the only 3 ones that are going to go underneath here. So evap and the 2 connected to the fuse box are going to go underneath here, and so the fuse box, if you were to take it, would just kind of go in here and go into place like that. So just make sure no wires are kinked underneath it. Like I said, there are 3 wires that go underneath it, but it should be okay. There's enough room for it. I'm gonna go ahead and tie up the fuse box. So it goes nice in place. And this is a shot of how it's supposed to look. So you have the bracket, just like in the factory when it has 4 brackets, 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Place it nice. Make sure there are no wires kinked. Like I said, there are 3 wires for the evap solenoid and 2 for this one. It goes underneath here. But this is your room now for the 2 batteries. So remember remember we talked about that we will keep this side for the airbox support. So all we need to do is we need this 1, 2, and then these 3 connectors. So we are supposed to go around right here, and this should be enough support for the airbox. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. You can cut whatever tool you have. I'll see what I can find to cut it and then install it. There it is. Just followed this rib line, making sure that I have these 3 connections and the bolt here and the bolt right here. So all you have to do is just kind of align the bolts, one right there, one right here, and there should be plenty of support. So like I said, it's back in place with 2 bolts, one here, one here, and I put this back in place, the steering, power steering, the pipe, put it back in, and the last thing we need to do is put this all here and tighten it up. Put our airbox back in place. Kind of snap it so it connects to those 3 connection points. It's secure. And now the air filter, and that's it. Airbox, air filter, everything is installed. I still need to put the 2 screws in here, and now I need to kind of set up the evap solenoid on this side, but I need to remove this. This is not needed on 3.6 engines, so I can just use a little Phillips screwdriver to open it up and discard this, because I would show you we have to cut this a little bit to align it with the new setup, because the evap solenoid went from here to here, and so the pipe is a little longer that we need to make it shorter. I'll show you. Okay, so I think this evap solenoid, because with the 2012 and up for the 3.6 engine, you need to cut a little bit of the wire, so that took a little bit, time, but it's done. All the connection is done. Connection to the fuse box is done. So the last thing is put my 2 batteries. Let me do that. Okay, so these are the 2 deep cycle batteries. The one by the fire wall close by is going to be the cranking battery, and this is going to be the auxiliary battery or the accessory batteries. So the last thing for me to do is just put the isolator just like that, and then make the connections. That should be done. Okay, so it's finally done. I connected everything, so everything was in the box pretty nicely packed. The only thing that I was missing was just this M6 nut that I had to go and get it, but everything else was in the box, nicely packed. So this is the isolator that I put on top. The connection goes like this. It's the positive, it's the factory negative. This is the positive that comes within this, and then it has the negative here, and then of course, so the company positive goes here. Sorry about this. Let me turn on the light. This is the company positive, this is the company negative. This has one positive that gets connected here, negative gets connected here, and then a positive and a negative here. So a moment of truth. Let me go ahead and start it. Yep, I see lights already. Nice. So once I install the switch, the S-pod on that side, the connection is gonna just go to here and here, ground, positive, and then connection series to the switch itself. It took me about, I would say, give yourself about 3 hours. Yeah. Because with filming and everything, it took me about 4 hours. I still have to tighten this up, these 2. But yeah, it takes about 2 to 3 hours. for watching. Alrighty, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from it. There was nothing special, but you know, I have never done anything like this, so if it took me 4 hours, if I were to do it again without filming, obviously it would take me, I would say, 1.5 to 2 hours. And make sure you have the right tools. That saw to cut the extra protruding nuts, bolts, actually took a whole lot. That was a pain in the neck. But other than that, yep, clean installation. Happy. Can't wait to put the S-Pod and the rest of the stuff. Thank you.